don't you get a load of this ginormous Jawbreaker? It takes candy makers 3 weeks just to make this thing, so watch.
It's a ball so big, you'd expect to see it on the baseball field instead of in a candy store. Watch out, regular candy. This giant Jawbreaker has some impressive stats. Measuring in at more than 3 inches in diameter, Mega Bruiser is as big as a softball, and each one weighs a pound. Sconza Candy in Oakdale, California, has been making Jawbreakers for 60 years.
My grandfather started this company in his kitchen, and it's grown into this wonderful thing that puts smiles on people's faces.
We started with the small sizes, and over the years, our customers have said, can you make them bigger? And the Mega Bruiser was born.
The Mega Bruiser has 13 colorful layers surrounding a sugary core.
Every Mega Bruiser starts as a 5/8 inch center.
Dextrose powder forms the candy cores by being pressed at 8,000 pounds per square inch. With the centers formed, it's now time to grow the shell layer by layer. The Jawbreakers tumble in pans as candy makers drench them in flavored syrup.
And one way to think about it is a lot like making a snowball. You know, you take a little bit of snow in your hand and you roll it up, and then you add more snow and you keep rolling, and that snowball gets bigger and bigger. We're essentially doing the same thing with our Jawbreaker.
Each layer of the Mega Bruiser consists of hundreds of coatings of syrup. When they reach the proper size, they dry overnight. After each batch dries, it heads back to the pans for another layer of syrup. There are 5 different flavors: orange, cherry, grape, lime, and lemon. Believe it or not, it takes 3 weeks to build up 13 layers. And for the finishing touch, it's time to get out the paintbrush.
So the candy maker mixes up colors, and he uses some wrist and hand action to actually speckle the Jawbreakers with color.
They splatter on paint made of sugar and food coloring. After the artistry is over, they add a coating of beeswax, and the candies take a spin to dry.
And after 3 weeks of production, 13 layers of color, and 1 pound later, we have the finished beauty, the Mega Bruiser.
But there's just one question. How in the world do you eat them?
Some people insist on only the licking method. Others insist on the hammer method. Some people put them in pillowcases and break them in the ground.
However you manage to eat it, this gigantic Jawbreaker will give you more than just a mouthful of different flavors.